And we're back. So, welcome back to the road show of FPF Winter 2026 Finals. We just had our previous game where we had Division 5
B.
5B, where
Deep zone penetrators faced off against Catch and Flex, and the inexperienced quarterback of Jaden Francis, who's only played one playoff game as quarterback, no regular season attempts as QB, led his team with 5 touchdowns, taking home MVP honors, while Catch and Flex won 31-25.
so great job there, kind of coming in as a quarterback and leading his team to championships. So right now we have Co-Ed 2, where we have Venom versus Lewu, where this team matched up back in week 8, where Venom won the game 26-19. So we're going to see if they're going to repeat this, or does Lewu have something else to say?
Yeah, we're going to bring it down to the field with Nick and quarterback Samuel Mumbo.
Samuel, mettons un peu la table pour cette partie. Vous êtes la deuxième équipe là, dans cette division, alors que votre adversaire, eux, sont premiers au classement. On parle bien de Venom. Et vous êtes vus une fois en saison régulière et vous les avez battus. Toi, personnellement, tu as eu toute une saison, tu es le carrière de cette équipe. 98 complétions, 1134 verges, 35 touchés, 5 interceptions. Mais je veux un peu que tu me parles là, de tes receveurs, pour qui ton duo de receveurs qui garnit ton stat sheet, Sam Sifar et Ishak Ait Kassi Azou.
Regarde, premièrement, je vais donner shout-out à mon équipe. On s'est rendu là, c'est grâce à eux. Puis deuxièmement, mes receveurs, eux, surtout Sifra et Ishak, je trouve que c'est plus mes gars de dépanneur. Quand j'ai besoin de quelque chose, je suis dans le trou, je bouge à gauche-droite, je sais qu'ils sont toujours open 24/7. Yeah.
C'est la meilleure équipe de la division cette saison. Je l'ai mentionné plus tôt, vous avez réussi à les battre. Qu'est-ce que ça a pris là, pour réussir à battre cette équipe qui est classée premier?
Honnêtement, je trouve qu'on était venus préparés parce que quand on les a battus, on a commencé la game 20-0. On menait 20-0 halftime. Ils sont revenus au second half avec une nouvelle énergie. Je ne sais pas ça a fini par combien, mais je pense que ça a fini par un score. Ça veut dire que je pense qu'on a joué contre eux au second half, on s'est un peu laissé aller. Nous, quand tu as un lead, tu te laisses aller. Ça veut dire que live avec eux, il ne faut pas qu'on les prenne à la légère. On est là pour travailler, puis on est prêt.
Samuel, on te souhaite un bon match. Merci beaucoup.
Merci à toi aussi. Merci tout le monde.
De retour à vous, messieurs.
Okay, so we're back. So kind of what we're kind of saying, how in week 8, Venom defeated.
Lewu defeated.
Lewu defeated Venom 26-19. So we're gonna kind of see again. Also, I guess Lewu blew a 20-point first half lead in that as well. We're gonna kind of see if history's gonna repeat themselves, or we're gonna see a different result here. Keelan, what are you expecting from this game?
Both quarterbacks between Samuel Mumbo and the veteran Paul Lapierre had great regular seasons behind the helm. I expect they have playmakers, young playmakers on both sides of the ball. I expect both quarterbacks to cause very minimal mistakes. But at the same time, I think there's going to be one big defensive play from either side that's going to be the key factor and momentum switch in this game.
Okay. One thing I kind of was looking at this division, so when I was kind of recapping it and kind of talking about it, I was on high hopes on Venom. I thought this was a well organized roster where Paul Lapierre kind of took some of his his women athletes from Vanny Cheetahs, as he's the head coach over there. He got a good some good parts over there, and then also as well he got some of the male athletes on. I'm assuming they play or they have kind of a relationship with Vanier, so he has a lot of athletic players. So when I first kind of saw this roster, I said, oh wow, this is such a good roster. And then after maybe like week 4, week 5, when I saw Liwu's roster, I said, oh my god, this is actually a good roster too. So I had high hopes on both of these teams, from Venom after week 2 and Liwu after week 5. So I'm not surprised that this is a matchup we're going to see for the finals.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you there. Again, a mix between the Vanny Cheetahs under Paul Lapierre for flag football. And speaking of one of the players for Venom, Daniel Lamboto, he won Defensive Player of the Year number 12 with 9 pass deflections, 7 interceptions, and 1 touchdown. The now Concordia Stinger recently committed to play for their football team on the defensive end. No wonder he's won Defensive Player of the Year with his defensive IQ, especially in flag football.
So that's an interesting fact. We're going to see if maybe Samuel Obambo, aka Gucci, maybe he's going to stay away from him. So try to get the ball, try to make sure that the ball stays away from his side and try to attack somewhere else, even though he's playing in the middle spot as the 3 defender. So here we go. Gucci's waiting for a snap, and we got first down and 10. Ball is snapped. Gucci looks to the right, throws the ball to Stella, number 12. She goes straight for about a yards of 15. She's tackled by Charlene Vetimer.
Yeah, it looked like Stella who only played 5 games for Li Wu, but we know how explosive of a receiver, the former Montmorency receiver, now in the university level, make her presence known. Even with 5 games, she's a receiver to watch.
Yeah, very fast. So we have first down again, midfield. We're looking left. We've got a wheel wide open, and it goes straight through the hands of Stella.
Honestly, that was perfect pass, perfect play call. Unfortunately for Stella, a rare drop there. I expect her next time the ball goes her way, she's catching that.
Yeah, hopefully that's her only drop in this game. Again, I guess it makes sense to get the drops out now and not later on, where the game comes a bit maybe more crucial in certain situations. So we're looking at second down here. Gucci's waiting for the snap. We got second and 10. Ball is snapped. Gucci again hits number 81, which is Sam Stifford.
Yeah, it looks like Sam Siffrard, number 81. I actually had the chance to mic him up in their semifinals matchup against Tea Party. A great, funny guy, very much a hype man, very explosive on offense. Finished the season with 10 touchdowns and 400 yards.
Right. So we got 3rd and 2 right now. Waiting for the snap. Gucci catches it, throws the ball to Victoria Bouchard, which she just ends up getting it a bit too far in front of her and incomplete. So we have our first 4th down going on here.
Yeah, unfortunately that ball was a bit behind Bouchard, who made a big impact in the women's 3 game, winning MVP with 2 interceptions and multiple touchdowns in that game.
So 4th down here. This could be a crucial down. Looks like we're going man-to-man. The rusher's coming. He goes, and it's a first down.
Yeah, it was a tough cover for the rusher there, who is number 25, Jason Vixamar, who won Rusher of the Year in Co-Ed 2 with 14 sacks. Samuel Mumba, a very fast runner when he has the ball. He only needed a yard there. As much as Jason was there for the tackle, unfortunately, wasn't enough for the first.
Yeah, very close though. So good start for the Li Wu. They got the ball driving right now. They're looking at a 1st and goal. So unfortunately for them, no more first downs. They got 4 downs to punch it in. So we have first down here. Gucci's waiting for the snap. Ball is snap. He looks at Victoria. He goes over top. Goes ball right to Stella. Right through her hands again. That's 2 drops for Stella right now.
And then we mentioned that the next ball she's not going to drop, but unfortunately there, it was a nice route at the back of the end zone, but she wasn't able to corral it in.
Yeah, so again, 2 drops. Hopefully it kind of ends there, because they're definitely going to want her to kind of make some plays. It seems like she has a good matchup, and she's been open she's been open twice wide open, so she's definitely going to have to maybe give her a drag or a hook, get her hands kind of going to kind of maybe get her back into this game.
Yeah, I think Momomo knows the value of Stella on offense, so getting her a clean ball quick to kind of get her confidence back up.
We got second down. He goes over the top, and he throws the ball. I believe that was to his snapper, number 11, which was...
I think it was Ishak.
Yeah, Ishak Casey
Al-Kasi Azu.
So we're gonna go with Isaac. So that's gonna be the snapper for Lewu today.
Very consistent with teams with Samuel Mambo throwing. They have a good connection. So in the regular season, Ishak had 13 touchdowns, 300 yards, and in the playoffs so far, he has 2 touchdowns and 12 receptions.
Great job for the snapper. He pump fakes. He goes through him again, and the coverage is right there.
Yeah,
So we got 4th down for the Woo, where they have about 10 yards to get a first.
Yeah, Ishak was the intended target there, but Defensive Player of the Year, Daniel Lamboto, step for step with the center of Lewus, having no chance for that ball to even be placed.
I'm curious to see. Right now, it's 4th and goal. If you're calling the defense right now, what would you call?
I would call still lanes, but I would maybe have potentially a delay from two of your defenders to play towards the back of the end zone in case of for back of the end zone ends, especially.
Okay, it's like a lanes 2-4.
Yeah.
Delay 2-4. He pump fakes, goes over the top. He has 2 receivers there. Oh, what a catch!
Getting the catch was number 81, Sam Sifka. Getting the first foot inbounds for the touchdown. What a great play. You're look at the replay here. High pointed, gets the right foot in first, solidifying the catch and getting Lewus up 6-0.
That was a great play, great catch, great route. To be honest, I thought that play wasn't going anywhere after Gucci kind of pump faked to the left side, came back to the right, and kind of just put it over the top. We're looking like we have a quarterback substitution here. Number 8 came in the game, Philip Orsel. So
Yeah, looks like he's going to be throwing. I have seen this in the past from Lewus or Sell. He has thrown in a game or two, and even last game, he's thrown on conversions while Mumba either drops back or plays receiver.
So Mumbo drops back. He decides to run. He jukes left, comes back right, and gets a 2-point convert.
Look at him faking throwing the ball into the stands. A mistake he made last game that resulted him to be sent off for 10 plays. Made the fake there. He knew he couldn't make that mistake in the championship game.
So great start from the Lou, getting the touchdown on 4th down, getting the 2-point convert on a crafty double quarterback option, and they lead right now 8-0. Where Venom, where now Venom has the ball. Where we're gonna see what Paul has under his skin. So we have 1st down at Paul, throws the ball straight to number 12. He jukes one, jukes twice, and scores a touchdown. Just like that, we have a score of 6-8.
Yeah.
Big catch from number 12, Daniel Lamboto.
Lamboto. Yeah, the reigning defensive player of the year, showing that he has the assets to be a two-way threat. Regular season finishing with 7 touchdowns. In the playoffs, he is really much used on a lot of conversions and defense, but making his presence felt with missed tackles and running it in for 40 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's definitely fast. You kind of can see it off the rip right away. He kind of juke left, juke right. They are missed a couple of tackles, but again, big job here. So we have a 2-point convert from Paulo Pierre. Looks left, looks right. Hits his middle, goes over the top. Gucci's right there underneath. Makes a juke. He's running on the field, and he gets deflagged from Paulo Pierre. So we have an unsuccessful convert where it got picked off, and the Woo was going to get the ball being up 8-6.
I think this is a start where we see very much a lot of athletic plays on both sides of the ball. Both teams are relatively young. Yes, you have the FPF Hall of Famer Paula Pierre at quarterback, and you have his center, Donald Shepard, in the helm. But again, a majority of both teams are fairly young athletes, the female and male. So I expect a lot of big plays, a lot of fast pace between both sides.
So we have 1st down here. Gucci steps back, hits his snapper right off the rip, which was,
I think it was Ishak.
Yeah, Ishak. Sorry, something got caught in my eye. But quick play for Gucci. A good 5 yards. Throw from Ishak. I believe he got tackled by number 11, which is Charlene. So we have 2nd down here, 2nd and 5. Ball snap. Gucci's kind of looking, goes over the top to Stella again. Oh, right through her hands a bit. I think she kind of stopped running, and it just went over her top. But I think she could have maybe caught that.
Yeah, I think so too. I think also the presence of Daniel Lamboto was there, but even Lamboto, he kind of took a pause there. Maybe he felt that he didn't want to cause potentially a pass interference play on Stella, which again, that kind of caused Stella to kind of hesitate there in the potential long pass. So Again, that hasn't been the greatest start for Stella, but I'm sure she's going to fix things on sooner than later.
Yeah, so we have third down here. Gucci has the ball. He looks left, looks right. Good jukes. Gets the rusher, makes it there. Juke dips and gets tackled about 15 yards of gain. He gets tackled by Alessandra.
Alexandra.
Alexandra?
Alessandra.
Alexandra.
Gucci there making defenders miss with a tackle. Again, as much as he has a good arm, he's very quick when he has the ball. That's why, especially whether he's a runner or a receiver, as soon as he's in the field running, he's very dangerous to tackle.
Yeah, that was a good that was a good fake. That was a good juke by him to avoid the rush. Middle of the field is open. Gets caught. Gets about to the 2-yard line. And again, we have number 81, Sam, with a big catch.
Yeah, Sam scoring that big touchdown earlier in the last drive, making his presence known in the middle of the field. I think that's been kind of a routine throughout these games throughout the day. A lot of throws have been into the middle of the field. A lot of defenses have been struggling with that portion of the field. Let's see if in this game it's going to be the same outcome.
Yeah. So we were looking at 1st and goal. We're at the 3-yard line. So we're just waiting for the snap here. Gucci's kind of examining to see what the Venom defense is doing. He's looking for a snapper. He looks back end zone to Marika Bouchard, which is incomplete.
Yeah, I think it was honestly more of a throwaway. Again, you want to risk things in the end zone. You have the lead, but again, you really want to be clinical. As we've mentioned in previous games throughout the day, when it's red zone, the field is much smaller. Precise plays, precise routes have to be condensed, and let's see if Omambo is able to kind of get his receivers in the spots he wants to make these catches.
So we have 2nd down, 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. It looks like we're in a lanes coverage, straight to a man-to-man, and we have a sack from Venom, number 25.
Yeah, that was Rusher of the Year, Jason Vixamar. Vixamar, who, again, in the regular season mentioned previously, had 14 sacks, Rusher of the Year in 10 games. It's going to be a big matchup between Jason and Omambo in this one. Looks like Jason has 1 sack already. Let's see if he keeps it going.
Yeah, he did a great job there, eliminating Momo to lose his legs or try to find an open receiver. So we have a big 3rd down here. We got trips to the left side, trying to kind of maybe switch up a bit. Ball is snapped. Snapper's kind of wide open. He pump fakes. He throws it last second, but he does get sacked again.
Yeah, that extra pump fake by Omambo gave Jason the chance for the back-to-back sacks. Look at Paul up here on the sideline, giving his team's instructions of this. Now it looks like it's a very tough 4th down. Outside the 10, you're almost roughly at like 15 yards, and you have to get into the end zone. Venom knows that, and looks like they're going to play very back.
Yeah, so they're kind of in the same situation where they were 4th and about 15, where they end up Sam getting his first touch on the back and the end zone in. I think they're just a bit further, but we're around the same range. So maybe look for Sam over here again, as he is one of the bigger bodies. So he does a post right in the middle. There he is, and it gets batted down by number 0.
Lamin. Honestly, it was a great route, but again, Lamin was able to kind of get there in position. He only had 2 interceptions in the regular season, but again, big play there off the 4th down attempt. Paul up here and company has a chance to expand the lead to at least 8.
So here we go. Paul is back, where they're going to be starting at their 20, a 15-ish. Paul gets a snap. He's looking left. He hits Heidi on the sideline for a gain about 5 yards. So that's the start of. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the number that gave a tackle on her.
Yeah, Levu's wearing like a mix of a white, purplish jersey, so it's a bit tough to see the numbers in the background. But Heidi there with a catch, fresh off a women's 2 division championship with Chaos earlier today. And look at Paula Pierre with the fake handoff.
Yeah, so that was a fake handoff. That was a fake handoff from Paul. He ended up using his legs and getting, I believe, about 8-9 yards. Tackle from Marika Bouchard. Well, we're looking at a first down. We do have a flag on the field, but I think it was thrown after the flag. So I think we're looking at a first down and 10.
Yeah, that it was a holding penalty. I think it was on one of the Wu defenders that were trying to deflag Paul. So moving the ball within the 10-yard line now.
So first and goal, Paul gets a snap. He looks right, looks back left. He has a snapper. Oh, no, it's a sack. Big sack from Victoria Bouchard.
We know her as a two-way threat, especially in women's 3, making her impact known in Division Co-Ed 2 with a big sack on Paula Pierre.
Big sack from her. So now we're going to be looking at second and goal at the 15. So kind of the same situation that just happened to the Wu, where Gucci got sacked back-to-back, and then there being a long fourth and down. Who knows, maybe Paul's going to try to be a bit more strategized and get the ball out of his hands. We're going to see here. So we have second down. Paul's looking left, looks back right, goes with a snapper, makes a big catch for about 8 to 9 yards, and that is by Philip no.
That was tackled, I think, by Philip.
That was tackled by Philip Oko, but that was caught by number Donald Shepard.
Yep, the center, number 23.
Yeah. So we're looking at a third and about 4 right here. Paul's coming for the snap. He catches it, looks right, comes back left, throws the ball again to Donald Shepard, but it's incomplete. So we have a 4th and 4 for Venom.
Yeah, it looked like Donald Shepard was looking for a holding penalty, was looking at the ref on the sideline for a call, didn't get it. 4th down, you're at the 5. What does Paula Pierre and company go look for into the red zone?
I'm assuming he's going to try to go levels one side. I mean, try to get them to kind of come up and try to pit one over the top. Paul's been in this league for about 20 years, a good 15 years at quarterback, so I'm sure he knows what he kind of wants here.
100%.
So ball is snapped. He's looking left. He has a receiver wide open. She makes a big catch in the end zone, and that is Charlene Vixamer. So big touchdown for her, making a huge catch.
Yeah, Charlene had 8 touchdowns in the regular season, 33 receptions, and in the playoffs so far, she has 4 touchdowns so far. Again, having her on the field and having fellow All-Star in Heidi, who finished the season with 10 touchdowns, these 2 women have been very much a driving force of the Venom offense.
Yeah, a lot of speed between both of these girls. So right now the score is 12-8 for Venom. They'll be going for 2 points, I believe. Yeah, they're going for 2. So he's trying to make it a 1-possession game. Has over the top, big bat down from Gucci, and then it's a sprint down the field, and it is tackled. He gets tackled. So unsuccessful convert, where we're going to go into a minute and 35 seconds left in this game, where Le Roux is going to get the ball at their 10, where they're going to try to score and take the lead.
Yeah, down by 4 before the break. Le Roux would try to get a score in this time around. They weren't able to last possession. So let's see if Omombo is able to kind of settle down his defense, maybe getting Stella on a drag like you were mentioning earlier to kind of get her confidence back up, because she does have 3 drops, but we all know the talented receiver this young lady is.
So we're about to get this snap going, just waiting for the ref. We got first down and 10 for Le Roux. And we're live in. Here we go. Here comes the snap. Ball is snap. He's looking right. Comes back left. Hits Victoria Bouchard in the middle. She's going to the sideline. She gets tackled by number 7.
Eunice Fultzo.
So Eunice Fertzel. Fun fact, she was actually not there for the semifinals game. She was at Nationals with the Concordia flag football team, so I'm pretty sure Venom's happy to have her back.
No, for sure. Any representation in university level nationals is a big opportunity for any player, man and woman.
Yeah. So we just had second down there. The ball did get a catch for Sam for about 15 yards. So we're looking at it for about 15 yards, which gained them a first down. So now we're looking at 1st and 10 at midfield.
Yeah, right now, pretty much, again, the clock is on their side, so let's see what they come up with after.
So quick snap from Gucci, and I believe they're calling grounding as a receiver was not really close in the area. So I believe that is grounding, where it's going to be a loss of down and 10 yards back.
Yeah, it looked like there was, like, Ishak are trying to make a claim that he was there, but also it's possible that the ball never got to the line of scrimmage as well. It's a tough call, but again, it brings them back 10 yards, like you mentioned.
Yeah, so it seems like they're going to go back 10 yards. Unless they picked up the flag, I'm not sure what's going on here.
Or maybe, is it only a...
No, yeah.
I think it's a spot foul, perhaps?
No,
or?
so it's a 5 yard.
5 yards.
It's 5 yards, not 10. So it's lost it down, back 5.
Okay.
So now we're looking at a second down here. Oof. Second down, kind of. I feel like Gucci was kind of off balance while he's throwing that ball to Sam, and it ended up being incomplete.
Yeah, Gucci has a rocket of an arm, but the thing is, if you're unsettled there, making that throw, he has a rocket, and unfortunately for Sam, he wasn't able to connect. Maybe a bit too much juice there on a ball that didn't really need as much power.
I feel like also right now the Woos are a bit down. They aren't getting that many deep completions from the first drive that they did have when they ended up scoring. So I feel like they definitely need something here. So we're looking at 3rd and 15. Ball is snapped to Gucci. He's looking left, comes back right in the middle, right to number 12. That breaks number 13. That breaks a tackle and scores a touchdown.
Kensley Joseph making his presence known. I don't think we've mentioned his name throughout this game so far.
Nope, I think that's the first one he just did, and he got first catch, first touchdown.
Yeah, he had 12 pass deflections in the regular season. A big factor on defense. On offense, he only had 4 receiving touchdowns, but this is his 2nd touchdown in the postseason.
So again, we kind of have a double quarterback option right now. You have Gucci at the wideout. I'm assuming he's going to drop back again. Venom's kind of talking to see who's going to go. It looks like Charlene's coming down. Gucci has the ball. I'm assuming he's going to try to make a move. He goes over the top, and he just misses his other quarterback.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Gucci was happy with that, showing his aggression and frustration on that play. Perhaps him and quarterback there, Philip or Sal, were just not on the same page there.
Nope, they were not. It also seems like he kind of ran towards the same direction as Philip, so it's the point where you had 2 guys in the same area, and at that point, it doesn't really help the cause. So with that said, though, they are up 14-12, where Venom gets the first snap. First down, ball's caught from Heidi, tackled by Victoria for a gain of 4 yards.
Yeah, with under a minute left, I'm sure Paul has his play already marked up, just telling his receivers quickly what to run and want to get him back to the line. But he also wants to score, potentially, with not much time on the clock.
That's exactly it. And Paul is a veteran. I think he definitely could do that. So we got second down here, trips to the left side. He goes right. He goes over the top to number 25. A big catch, which leads to a touchdown by number 25.
That was Jason Vixamar, the rush of the year, showing he had 2 big sacks 2 possessions ago, showing his impact on the offensive end. 5 regular season touchdowns. He had in the playoffs only 1, but he's made his impact known on a deep ball pass by Paul. Forget what we just said about managing the clock and taking as much. Get the points when you can.
Yeah, exactly. That was a great ball, great catch. And now they're going for 2 to try to make it a 1-possession score. So he drops back, he looks left, looks to the right, looking right towards, I believe that was Heidi. A bit overthrown. Great defensive play towards Li Wu, where they're going to get back the ball at their 10-yard line with 32 seconds to score.
Both teams have shown they can score quick, so even these 32 seconds might be too much time for Li Wu to get a few passes and march down the field and score quick before they have to retake the lead.
Quick snap, going to Sam. He's going outside. He gets outside. So again, Gucci's kind of right now, and he's trying to save some time. So he wants to make sure his receivers get out. That play literally was about a second. So it seems like the clock also started a bit slower than expected. It seems like Gucci and his offense got a jump on everybody there.
Yeah, for Li Wu, they're not complaining if clock is getting slowed down. It benefits them most. And again, that only took, like you said, like a second or two. And they're even much closer to a first down and even towards the end zone.
Yeah, so we're looking at 2nd and 3 right now. I would say about the 20-yard line. So the ball is snapped. Gucci looks left. He looks right. He's about to run. He makes a juke, comes back right, comes back left. Unfortunately, it is a first down, so time is going to stop. Hopefully, he kind of gets everybody kind of going. So when they do snap the ball, the time is going to start running. So he has a few seconds here before the cones are set and the time kind of starts running. We have 25 seconds. The time is set. The cones are set. The time is running. So he kind of has to hurry up here. I don't like how he took that long for this play to develop. He lost about 10 seconds for it.
Yeah, I don't agree there with you either. They look like they took too much time there.
So he goes up, goes out, and she does not get out of bounds.
Yeah.
So we're looking at about one play.
And calling a timeout there, again, at that point, you might as well just wind down the clock and take the last play. Because unless he plans to cut the field in half, which is definitely a possibility, but again, that last play beforehand, not kind of having more sense of urgency there after the first down. The receivers weren't really running into the huddle.
No.
You have the first down. You do know the time stopped for a brief moment, but it does allow the clock to be reset because by the time the clock was running, they weren't even at the line of scrimmage.
No, yeah, exactly. It seems like they're kind of just taking their time. Just like on a sunny day on the beach. It seems like they weren't pressed for anything. And unfortunately also, we had the receiver, I believe it was Marika.
Yeah, Marika Bouchard.
Marika Bouchard. She just caught the ball on the sideline. She kind of took it back inside, where she easily could have caught out of bounds, saved themselves a timeout and a couple seconds.
Yeah.
So that I feel like that's two big mistakes by them. I also feel like the reason why he took a timeout, because at least he knows as right now they should have two plays no matter what. If he wouldn't have called a timeout there, their max would have been one play.
Yeah, it looked like they added a few seconds on the clock. They have seconds, and it's Philippe Orcel that's behind center, not Omambo.
So they're dropping one. He goes out. He goes over the top, and he catches it for a touchdown.
It looks like the refs are going over. There's no call yet. And now the touchdown is scored. Number 0, Samuel Gucci Omombo, making that contested catch over, if not mistaken, that was
Charlene.
Yeah, that was Charlene. Unfortunately, I got the matchup that they wanted there. And Gucci was able to get into the end zone and hold on with the bodies of Venom there to take the lead for Li Wu.
Yeah, so great play call there. I feel like they kind of knew what they wanted to do from that snap. They, again, I'm sure they talked about it in the timeout, but big play for them, making it 20-18 with about 1 second left in this game, in this half. So if you're looking at time management, it looks like they did a great job.
Yeah, it really did. And for Venom, maybe because you saw that Gucci was out wide and then you realized he wasn't necessarily going to be dropping back, should you have tried to maybe flip the matchups there, or do you think it was too late?
At that point, I think it was too late. I think everyone kind of thought that he was going to go back, and usually when he did go back, Charlene rushed in the last time. So I guess it's kind of becoming a man-to-man coverage, and they ran a post from the other side, so they kind of tried to get her in a one-on-one situation where it kind of worked out perfectly.
Yeah, you're right there. I think, again, that was the right play call, and they got the right matchup, and it led to them scoring with only leaving basically Paul Lapierre one play to end the half.
So right now we're looking at a 1-point convert where we do have an error quarterback in the game. He drops back. He's waiting. It's green light. He gets thrown to back. Again, Gucci's wide open. Oh, he goes over the top to Mariko for a 1-yard convert, which is... Oh, no, that's a 2-point convert.
There was a penalty on the play before, and which allowed them to go for 2 at the 7.5. I think the Venom was looking to see if Victoria Bouchard stepped out of bounds. It looked like the call stands, and she did not. It looked like she didn't step out of bounds before she ran towards the boundaries on the viewer's right side.
She did a great job. She even did the half juke in, back out to try to get her defender off of her, and she was wide open in the back of the end zone with a little Tony tap as well to make it nice and pretty.
So you have Heidi taking the snap now to Paul. You have one play basically.
So he's going. Paul's going left, goes over the top. He does have 2 defenders there, and it just goes a bit over the head of number 25, which is Jason.
Yeah. Great concept. Paul rolled out a bit to his left, had the ball there for a bit more time to get the ball in the air, and he tried to make a play. Jason unfortunately wasn't able to. Omomba was there for the breakup. And yeah, we have a 22-18 lead at the break.
Yeah, so great, to be honest with you, great first half for both teams. It's looking like we're going to have a good game here for the second half.
Yep, so I think we're getting ready to go down to midfield. We have our sideline reporter, Nick, with number 11 from Venom, Charlene Vixamar, to speak.
T'as hésité? Il s'est fait appeler comme ça? Il dit pas son groovy d'habitude?
So we're just waiting. I believe it's on him.
Charline, vous êtes présentement en train de se faire mener par 4 points. Par contre, tu as marqué un touché tôt dans le match. À quel point c'est important là, pour toi d'avoir un impact rapidement dans une partie aussi importante qu'un match de championnat?
Mais dans ce genre de situation-là, comme tout compte, tout passe, tout va attraper. Donc, c'est vraiment à mettre l'énergie, go for it, et l'attraper comme tout compte, especially en finale. Donc, c'est vraiment ça.
C'est du football co-ed, donc on est obligé d'avoir 3 filles minimum sur le terrain. Et c'est très important que les filles performent à un certain niveau. Vous avez justement toi et Eddie là, qui ont plus de 280 verges les deux en réception cette saison. Est-ce que c'était une stratégie pour vous là, de s'assurer que est-ce que c'est une fierté pour toi plutôt que 2 filles sont dans le top 3 des stats de réception dans votre équipe?
Ben oui, c'est sûr. C'est comme un honneur. Surtout que là, les autres équipes, ils ne doivent pas juste regarder les gars, ils doivent aussi regarder les filles, tu vois, parce que les filles aussi peuvent être une menace. Et le fait que genre on est 2 petites, par contre on est grandes, donc on n'a pas trop intimidante, mais...
Ça vous sous-estime?
Exactement.
Ah. Parle-moi un peu de ta relation avec ton carrière Paul Lapierre. Vous avez une belle collection, il te trouve très souvent. Parle-moi un peu de son jeu et à quel point tu aimes bien jouer avec lui.
J'ai toujours adoré jouer avec Paul. C'est mon coach. C'était mon coach à Vanier quand je jouais encore au cégep. Et on a vraiment une relation très forte, je dirais bien. On a une bonne chimie. Puis on fait de la chimie avec toute l'équipe aussi. Puis il y a juste vraiment une bonne stratégie, comme une bonne manière de jouer qui nous donne en fait envie de genre jouer plus fort, donner plus d'énergie et comme give it our all. Toi.
Dernière question, Charlène, rapidement, peux-tu nous dire qu'est-ce que vous devez faire, le truc principal que vous devez faire pour revenir dans ce match et gagner ce championnat?
Go for it.
C'est très clair. Charlène, merci, bonne chance. De retour à vous, messieurs.
Looks like we are back now. 22-18 lead for Les Woo at the break after Samuel Mombo got the last second touchdown to extend the lead to 22-18.
Yeah, great job from the Woo to a point where they took the lead, got the extra convert as well too, which was a big 2 points.
Exactly, yeah.
Right now they're ahead 22-18. Great clock management, good play calls. Just a great half by them, right? They got stopped at the beginning. It looks like they were kind of out, and then all of a sudden they just fought back in. And now I'm gonna assume we're gonna be looking at a pretty good second half as both of these teams both scored 3 touchdowns apiece.
Yeah, Kwesi, I have a question. So, again, both teams got to stop early in the game. I want to know from your perspective, do you think now the offenses are just more comfortable now? And so do you think we're even going to get a stop on defense from either side?
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to see any more stops this half. I think both quarterbacks are kind of in control. I think Paul understands exactly what he needs to do. It's so hard to get a stop, especially when there's two veteran quarterbacks. One quarterback that kind of understands where he wants the ball, another quarterback that is able to use his legs and does what he has to do in certain situations. So we're going to see. I'm curious to see how Paul is going to start the second half as he gets the stop. He starts with a fake reverse, ends up getting about 6 to 7 yards, getting tackled by Samuel, a.k.a. Gucci, for a gain of 6 yards.
I like the fact that Paul decided to use the fake reverse there. It's not the first time he's used it with Daniel Lamboto. So again, he's able to get like a good decent amount of yards there, making it second and manageable. Again, Paul Lapierre, a veteran in FPF, like you said, around 15 years of experience at the quarterback position. Now being the coach of the Vanny Flag Football Cheetahs. Let's see what he comes up with on second and roughly 5.
Yeah, I feel like this is a deep shot he gets to take now. Goes to the top. Oh, right through the hands from number 12, Daniel.
Yeah, known mainly as a defender, he made a nice grab earlier in the game. No, it was Jason Vixamar, but Daniel has been really effective on both sides of the ball. Unfortunately, there was not able to corral the ball in. It looked like he slightly took his eyes off the ball, thinking that he was going to run with it before he even had it in possession.
I believe that's also the first drop for Venom. I would like to say maybe the first actual drop where the ball was right in the receiver's hands. So we're looking at a 3rd and 4 right now. Paul gets a snap. He looks left, comes back right. He has a snapper in the middle just over his head. So we're looking at a 4th down now where maybe we'll see a stop, and I was completely wrong from what I was saying.
Yeah, Donald Shepard, he was open. I think Paul saw him a bit too late, so when he made that throw, he was a bit under duress with the rush from Bouchard, and it was over the tall center's hands.
So right now, 4th down, 4th and 4. I'm curious to see what Paul is going to dial up. Is he going to try to do one of those fake runs again where he has reverse? Is he going to try to do slants in, slants out? Are Luwu going to go straight man-to-man? We're going to find out now. Ball is snapped. We have a man coverage here. We have a post corner by number 12, which was Daniel. He did a great route here. He got the defender to turn his hips and just came back the other way.
Yeah, starting out wide, he was able to get number 8, Philip Orcel, turning his hips with the post and snatched it back up for the corner, like you mentioned. A great route there for the touchdown. And now the opportunity, looks like they're going for 2 to make it a 4-point game. Again, these converts are huge because you get 3 of them, it's basically essentially a touchdown. So it makes sense that a lot of these teams are going for 2 every single time.
Yeah, it starts to add up again. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6.
Simple math right there.
There you go. Quick math. So here you go. Paul's coming in for 2-point convert at the 10-yard line. He looks left, comes back right, has his guy overthrown.
Yeah, looks like with the converts, it hasn't been as successful as they wanted to. Great stuff, though, from Paul Lapierre, getting that 4th down conversion to Daniel Lamboto. Now Samuel Gucci Omombo will have to lead his offense to take the lead once again in this back and forth affair. Like me and Kwesi have mentioned, there hasn't been many stops, especially since the early part of the game. So a lot of lead changes from both sides throughout this game.
So 1st down right now for Gucci at the 10-yard line. Gets a snap. Rusher's coming. Looks left. He goes over the top. A bit overthrown, but still caught. Sorry, a bit underthrown. But still caught by number 13, Kensley.
Kensley Joseph there. 2nd time I feel like he's made a big grab in this game. Mainly focused more on defense, but he does get reps in on offense, and he's athletic. He can make catches, and he's been proving that so far in this game. Now the ball is inside the 4-yard line. Let's see what Omombo and company does in a trips formation.
Yeah, so we are looking at a trips formation here. Ball snap. Snapper goes to the left, kind of delays the back end. And he had Marika Bouchard I would like to say wide open behind that back end zone. But the pressure of the rusher did get there, so he kind of I feel like he was under pressure and the ball just didn't come out the way he wanted the way he wanted it to come out.
Yeah, Bouchard, I would say, I would agree with you that he was open. Number 8 was in the vicinity, Alessandra Atuki. But unfortunately, because of the scramble and that extra time, it gave Bouchard an opportunity to kind of like leave on the sideline, but again, wasn't able to get the ball there.
So we have the same play again, where we have the under route here, where the ball was underthrown as well too, but number 0 did get a hand on it, and that is Lamin
Ba making his presence known. He's been known to make a few defensive plays in this game. That was probably the biggest one. A nice diving effort there for the pass breakup.
Yeah, it's to a point if I'm not catching it, you're not. So we kind of have a switch up here. We went trips left twice. Now we're going trips right. So we're going to see what Gucci has under his sleeve. He's waiting for the snap. Gets the snap. Looks left. Comes back right. Waiting for his snapper to come. And is just a bit underthrown. And we're looking at a 4th and goal at the 4-yard line for the Woo.
Yeah. Daniel Lamboto right there with the center, Ishak. A little discussion about perhaps maybe Daniel feeling that Ishak kind of gave him a hook with his elbow. Both had a little chatter. I don't think Ishak liked the fact that he was being questioned about that call. No call on the play. I expect that matchup between Ishak and the Defensive Player of the Year to be keen on throughout this. And now with 4th down,
it looks like they're going straight man to man. Your best versus my best. Your best versus my best here. Here we go.
Yes, it is, man.
So that's a huge catch by Sam. I don't know if he stepped out, though. I want to say he did. Maybe it's kind of hard to say. We're going to see a replay here.
Yeah.
He's kind of trying to get open in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, we don't have the camera replay, unfortunately, there. We only get the end part, which is a phenomenal grab. But unfortunately, there we did not have the angle if he stepped out beforehand. Again, they called it a touchdown. I don't think Venom's going to challenge it. Again, even if they did, we don't have it. Doesn't look like we have the video evidence for an overturn. Yeah. But again, great play from Sam Sifra to get that touchdown.
So here we go. We're going for 2 for the Venom. They have the double quarterback option. Ball goes back to Gucci. He has 2 defenders on him. He's looking to run. He goes back to number 8. Number 8's by himself. And it's a walk-in touchdown. Number 12 just left him alone, where Daniel was kind of deciding if he should cut inside, but instead he wasn't sure if he was going to come on number 8 or cut inside, but he ended up cutting inside instead, and it was a walk-in 2-point convert.
Yeah, miscommunication there by Laboto and company. Again, number 8, Philip Orcel. That ball looked like they weren't sure if it was going to be a backwards pass, but it was slightly forward, which had no choice for Orcel to run it. And again, the miscommunication by the Venom defenders left them wide open for the extra 2.
So here we go. We got Lewu with a 6-point lead where the Venoms gain the ball. 1st and 10. Let's see what Paul has under his bag. So 1st down. Throws the ball to Daniel Shepard.
Donald Shepard.
Donald Shepard with a big catch. It feels like the ball. I feel like he caught the ball in between his legs. I feel like it hit his hand and it got into un between his legs. But he made a really good catch for 10 yards.
Great athleticism there for the big man. And again, with Lebu scoring that 2-point convert, it's a 6-point game now. So those 2 pointers, like you mentioned earlier, simple math to get to 6 if you get 3 of those.
So you have a fake reverse again. Paul's going, spins, extends for about 6 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards, 9 yards.
I think that was a generous 9.
Yeah, that looked like a very generous 9, because to me it seems like he only had maybe 4 or 5, but
he also has long arms.
Yeah, he does have long arms.
So that jet sweep's been working. I think they've done it like 3 or 4 times, and Paul's gotten at least 5 or 6 yards, at least minimum, every time.
I'm waiting for him to actually give the ball to one of his receivers coming around there. Maybe we're going to see it later tonight. Maybe we won't. But I'm very curious to see if he does end up giving the ball. I want to see what happens. So quick out to Charlene. that gets about, I want to say, 4 or 5 yards for a first down, tackle by Gucci.
Yeah, one player who I find it's been kind of quiet is the fellow All-Star in Heidi, who finished the regular season with 22 receptions, 10 touchdowns. She was an All-Star in 9 games played, but I feel like she hasn't been really mentioned in this game as a receiver.
Yeah, exactly. So the biggest issue right now we're kind of seeing is that Heidi's playing in the far left wideout where kind of it's an island, but the defender over there is kind of playing both sides. So he's coming down and kind of also coming up. So it's difficult at times when you're a receiver, and unless you're running inside between your quarterback, it depends. You're on an island, and most of the time, you know how islands are.
Yeah, it does put her in a tough position, and the defender we're referring to that is in like the leeway there, it is Kensley Joseph, who, again, 5 interceptions in a regular season. He
Oh, okay. Computer just exploded. Yeah. Okay, huge pass to Daniel Shepard for a gain of 8 yards.
Yeah,
So
looks like they're within. I think they got the first inside the 2-yard line. So it looks like now, yeah, it was barely enough for the first. They moved it a slight inch upwards. It's like a long 1-yard line, 1.5 if you call it that.
yeah, so first and goal at the, let's call it the one. First and goal at the one, where Paul pretty much is at his 6. So it's going to be a 6-yard pass. Here you go, gets snapped. We have a man-to-man coverage. The ball is thrown underneath, but I believe we're definitely gonna have holding on Gucci.
Yeah, he doesn't agree with the call, but the ref made it very much evidently clear. You have Gucci try to fight his case, and I don't think it's going to work out for him in this one.
No, he kind of just literally didn't move his feet. He kind of just standing there where Donald Shepard was kind of trying to make a play and get open. He couldn't move at all.
If you're Li Wu, do you run man coverage here? It's something that we've seen from Venom in a position like this. Do you see this from Li Wu?
I wouldn't call man coverage because it's so hard to actually follow someone. I'm shooting left, right, anything towards the inside, trying to get Paul to do a quick throw and try to have someone come underneath it. Okay. So we have man coverage again with a shoot, with no rush, slow rush. Ball is caught from 2 players, end up being with Donald Shepard, ends up getting the ball for a touchdown, leading the Venom to a 30-30 score.
Yeah, Donald Shepard was open for quite a minute there, and I feel like Paul threw it probably in the worst timing possible, where between him and number 0, Lamin Ba, were both in a position to make that catch. For Shepard, he was able to come down with it inbounds, tying the game at 30, and I think it's the first time now we're seeing a 1-point convert given the 30-30 tie.
Yeah, so Paul realized he's in a situation where there's only 7 minutes left. He doesn't need to go for 2 anymore. Him going for 2 is not going to change anything. Let's go for 1-point convert, try to take the lead. So we have man-to-man again. Oh my goodness, that would have been an insane catch from Donald Shepard. Unfortunately, he had one hand on the ball. He tried to tuck it in, and it did not go where he wanted it to be.
Yeah, it was a nice fake. It was a left-right. He had Gucci slightly, but because of the arms of Donald Shepard, Gucci was not able to reach on the other side to make a play on the ball. But with a one-handed catch effort, unfortunately, was unsuccessful, keeping the game tied at 30.
Yes, we got so it's 30-30 right now. We have Li Wu at their 10-yard line. Gucci gets a snap, looks right to Victoria. Bouchard does one juice, gets tackled fast by Charlene.
Yeah, with now the clock is dwindling down, roughly could be under 6 minutes at the snap. Every point matters, every drive matters. We've seen some stops, and one stop in the second half, but it's really key for Gucci now to kind of find his progressions early.
So we got second down, 2nd and 5. Quick pass to Sam, tackled by number 8. I guess that's.
I think that's Alessandra.
Yeah, Alessandra. So we didn't really call her name as much, but she does have 2 tackles.
Yep, she had 19 in the regular season. So again, big factor for her. It looked like she is switching sides now to match up with Marika Bouchard.
Yeah, it looks like we're in a man-to-man coverage here. Yes, we are. So man-to-man coverage here. They kind of showed it right away as she switched sides on Marika, which she just got a catch for about 6 yards.
Yeah, making it now second and a bit. Yeah, Alessandra, they're making another tackle on back-to-back plays. She's still on the left side matching up against Bouchard.
So maybe we enter man-to-man coverage here. We got second down, ball is snap. We have man-to-man again. Oh, and that's a catch from Stella. Second catch of the day, but this one was huge.
Yeah, I think she ran like a stutter go, or I'm not sure if she fully turned on the hook. Yeah, she kind of did look at it.
Yeah, it looked like a hook. Yeah, stutter hook and go, where she did turn a bit. She got Charlene to kind of put her eyes on the quarterback, and before she knew it, she was up the field making a great catch to take the Woo up in this game. So we're going for 1 point here. Quarterback shifts left, come back right. He's by himself. He decides to run, and he scores.
That was for 2, actually.
Yeah, that was
Yep, that was for 2.
That was 2. So right now we're looking at it to be 38.
38-30.
Yeah, exactly.
A big decision there for Li Wu to go for 2 when you're only up by 6 and there's basically 4 minutes left in the game. Again, you're not gonna get. I don't think you're gonna get that many chances to go for 2 for the rest of the game. But that 2 point is very key, and Philip Orcel was basically alone.
After making a couple jukes. It's also to a point where Le Wu have been going 2 for the whole time. I think they feel comfortable going for 2 instead of going for 1. So right now we have Paul back at offense. He's at the 10-yard line. He jukes left, and he throws the ball straight into Gucci's hands, and he ends up dropping it. Maybe that's going to bite him at the end of the day.
Yeah, he knows that 99 out of 100 defensive plays, he's picking that off and potentially running it for 6. The ball was behind number 12, Daniel Lamboto. Gucci was right there to make that play, but unfortunately he did not.
Yeah. So, that could be a huge mishap for Gucci, where most of the time, like you said, not 99 out of 100 times, he is picking that off. So again, Paul gets a second chance. He's at 2nd and 10. He looks left to Heidi, and it just goes right in between her hands. And we're looking at a 3rd and 10 right now.
Yeah, that was a great pass break. I'm trying to see the number there. It was... Yeah, it's hard to see what the number there, but the defender on the far left made that nice break up there.
I think it's
Sanya Longchamp?
Yeah, Longchamp. I'm assuming it, because that's the only person that's pretty much there in those type of digits.
Yeah.
So we have 3rd down here. We have Heidi coming back inside. Ball is snapped. Paul's looking to Heidi. Comes back. Ball's in the air. Oh! And we have contact.
I think it's more for the contact to the head.
Yeah, that's exactly the contact to the head.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, again, the Wu's defender was trying to make a play on the ball. I think it was Kensley Joseph. But because of the tip pass, it looked like the receiver there, number 7, Eunice Fotso, basically was in position to get, unfortunately, hit in the head. Now we're in under the 2 minutes, and looks like did they bring the penalty back?
No, automatic first.
Okay.
So it wasn't a spot foul. It was unnecessary contact.
Oh, okay, I see.
So up 5. Oh, finally, the reverse comes. He's goes left, juice right, comes back right, and gets tackled by number 13, which is Kensley Joseph.
Yep. So, like you mentioned earlier, when we were gonna see when that jet sweep was not gonna be a run by Paula Pierre, Daniel Lamboto got the first, or made it very much second in inches.
Yeah. So you basically got 9 yards there. So to be honest, good play. Time is ticking. Paul looks to outside to Heidi. She catches it, and she's tackled quick by number 8 for a gain of about 10 yards and a first down.
Yeah, I think good job for Heidi there, not getting out of bounds. The clock is going to run at the snap. I think Paul is going to try to take as much clock as he can. We said that in the first half, but then he threw it across for a one-play touchdown. So we're going to see if now he's going to try to attack Leiwu's defense or go straight to taking some time off.
So we got first down, a reverse again. He takes it. He makes a shifty move, but he does get tackled with a great tackle by number 12, I want to say. If there's no number 12, it is Sonia.
Yeah, great tackle there. That was probably the first run by Paul that actually didn't go much far. I think he might have gotten a yard there.
Yeah, it seems like it's a yard. So again, time is ticking, but time's on their hands at this point. Goes out, catch, big catch, and a bit of a contact where I would like to say that is on the defense where he came under control. I feel like number 7, Eunice kind of just stopped and he came at her. So we're going to kind of see what the call is.
Yeah. We're going to see now, but again, it was a bang-bang play. There was going to be penalty there, no questions. It looks like, they called it on Eunice on the offense. Doesn't look like Eunice agrees with the call there.
No, I feel like she kind of gave herself up, and he kind of came down at her. But again, the ref probably saw a better view than I did.
Do you find that play needed for a challenge at this point in the game?
To be honest with you, yes, because it is a big play for them. Since the ball was at the 2-yard line, I guess they're going to go back 5.
I think from the spot.
Yeah, so they're going from the spot. I believe they're going back 5. So again, maybe not really a challenge because at the end of the day, it is a first down. So it's going to be first and goal at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, they're inside the red zone now.
I think maybe not a challenge. Keep your 2 timeouts just to kind of have them in your back pocket in case they're going to need it.
Yeah, good call there.
So first and 7. Paul's looking left, comes back right, tries to squeeze it in the middle, but it was not there.
Yeah, in a tackle football world, that is a suicide pass. You had Gucci in the middle lurking. Lamboto, I think he saw the ball, but I think he felt like it was just too far out of reach in the middle of the field.
So, Keon, at this point, right, since Venom is down by 8 points, and they're kind of in a situation where they can't stop the clock with 44 seconds left with 2 timeouts, I think it's going to be like Paul just kind of has to make sure he scores.
Which he does right there, I think. Oh, short. They called Heidi short there.
So that's going to be 3rd and 1 of the situation. The time is running. I'm pretty sure it looked like she was short. It looked like she was just one shy. She didn't extend.
Yeah.
I think if she ended up extending, that would have been a touchdown. So again, Paul has 2 plays to kind of punch this in. Time is ticking. He has his timeouts. We're looking at a man-to-man with a cross over the top, just overthrown to his target that was wide open, Donald Shepard.
Yeah, it's 4th down now. This will basically put the game out of rest if they aren't able to score Venom. A throw to Paul, I'm sure he would want to take that back.
So actually, it would not put the game out of play just because they're at the 1-yard line. So Leiwu can't knee it.
That's true because they have to get out of the end zone.
Exactly, and they have to get a snap that's 5 yards away from the snapper. It's not like 5-5 where you could be right under. Exactly. So it doesn't really end there anyway because the safety is possible.
Yep, and they can get the ball back there.
Yeah, but it does put them in a weird situation.
Yeah.
So 4th down here, ball is snapped. He's looking left, looking right, looks back outside, and it goes right into his defender's hands, and she drops it.
And it's not over like you mentioned, Quasi. There's 10 seconds left on the clock. They can't. It looks like Gucci wanted to blow the whistle, but you can't do it at this point. You're at the half-yard line. A safety gives Venom the ball back with a chance to tie the game. So they have to get out of their end zone at least right now.
Yeah. So that was a drop pass from Noel Simba, where that was her first target of the game.
Very interesting play call. It looked like she was open briefly, but again, on the final play of the game, on regulation for this Venom squad that needed a touchdown, it's tough.
Yeah. So right now we're looking at Les Wu back in their end zone at their 1 yard line. So they just have to make sure they get out of the end zone and they could win this game. He rolls out right. He goes and he gets tackled right at the line.
Now it looks like the clock ran late there, unfortunately.
He gets a gain of 1 yard. So now in this situation, it doesn't really change anything. He can't run.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to run. So he's going to have to – he can't knee either
No,
because
he's too far.
He's too far to knee.
Yeah. He has to be, again, he has to get roughly to the 5 yard line.
That's exactly it.
And
So
now he can't throw the ball. And if he does, if it's incomplete, time stops. So it depends. Unless he gets the ball like out really late. But again, you're risking it by taking a safety at this point.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, if I'm Venom, I'm sending a double rush. I'm trying to either sack him, throw a pass quick, send him a double rush, and just play as tight as possible inside. Here we go. We gotta run. We have I think that's a.
I think he just wanted to get the sack there. Yep, and the ball's even more back.
Yeah, so he actually lost a yard there. He did initially not run. That was a sack. He can't run because again, it's illegal. That's a sack. So he actually could run now.
Yeah, I think honestly with 3.7 seconds, do you just chuck the ball deep and keep the ball in the air for like 3 seconds?
At this point, yeah.
Because I mean,
you have nothing else to lose.
yeah, if Gucci could just get the ball in the air and keep it in the air for 3.7 seconds.
Yeah, just chuck it as high as you can. He ends up running, makes a juke.
And there's the game.
Great call, great play, great game, I have to say. Great deserving win from Les Wu. Winning this game 38-30. If you had to give an MVP, who are you giving it to?
It's hard not to give it to Gucci. He made that big 2-point convert earlier. He made a lot of great reads on offense. And again, defensively, he didn't get that pick six, but like it was a big play down the road. Even giving it to number 81, Sam Sifra. Big plays on offense, big catches.
So if you had to pick, though, who we give?
It's hard not to give it to the quarterback in Gucci, but you know what? I like the offensive ability from Sam Sifra in this one. So we wonder which one. I'd give it to Sam if I was choosing the MVP.
Okay, I would. I'm kind of the guy where at the end of the day, Gucci did win this game for his team. He came down, went to the end. He made the passes to Sam. I would give it to Gucci, but we're gonna find out who's gonna win it just soon.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Gucci won it. They're both very much deserving. I think now we're gonna bring down the crew down to the field with Nick Pierre-Mas with Gucci and Les Wu's after winning this game 30-38.
Je suis avec Les Wu, vos champions de FPS hiver 2026, Coed Division 2. On va vous présenter tout de suite la bannière officielle du championnat. C'est Ben McMahon, notre commissionnaire, qui vous la présente, notre commissaire. Et le trophée officiel présenté par le propriétaire de la Ligue, Jeff Rosenblatt. Toujours heureux de faire cette présentation, Jeff. Et mesdames et messieurs, c'est le moment de nommer le joueur par excellence de cette partie. 5 touchés par la passe aujourd'hui. Votre carrière, Samuel Omombo, affectueusement appelé Gucci, à qui on présente la bague de joueur par excellence.
Yo, monte le bail, monte le bail. Yeah! C'est pas mon gars. C'est chill, shout out.
Gucci, j'ai quelques questions pour toi. Avant la partie, en entrevue pré-match, tu m'as dit que vous les avez battus en début de saison régulière, que vous allez les battre encore. Tu étais très confiant. Mais d'où cette confiance?
Regarde, j'ai juste trust mon équipe m'a trust. On est allés tous ensemble, puis on s'est dit une affaire en début de game. We all we got, we all we need. Et that's it.
Vous venez de gagner en Coed 2. Gucci, est-ce que tu peux nous dire là, exclusivement sur ce stream, si vous cherchez les aspirations d'aller en Coed 1 la saison prochaine?
Mais j'ai quelque chose à dire d'eau. L'année passée, même saison, Coed 2, hiver 2025. On est allé en finale, on ne s'appelait pas les Wolves, on a perdu. On est revenu saison prochaine, on a rebrand l'équipe, on s'appelle les Wolves, puis on a gagné. Right? Spring 2026, il y aura peut-être les Wolves dans le coin. Ouais, faudrait.
You heard it here first. Merci beaucoup. Félicitations encore une fois aux Wolves, les champions. Hiver 2026, Coed 2, Flag Plus Football. Back to you guys.
So you heard it right from the words from Gucci, how he kind of said they won the first matchup. He said we're definitely going to win the second matchup, and he kind of proved it today, winning 38-30.
Yeah, hard to not give the MVP award to the quarterback. 5 touchdowns, that big touchdown, especially on that 4th down play, very much deserving for him. Quick break before the Woos get to co-ed 1 in a few weeks in spring.
Yeah. So again, great game from the Woos. Also, great game from the Venoms as well too. You know, they played. The game was pretty tight. Halftime was 22-28, 22-18, ended up 30-38. A bit one-sided towards the Woos at the end, but a great co-ed 2 final.
Yeah, now we're going to be logging off and be back in a few moments with the final game of the night. It's been a long day of FPF on the road show in the FPF 2026 Winter Finals. The final matchup of the night, Division 6A, number 1 Booze Cruise facing off against the number 3 Only Flag Squad. That game will be shortly. My name is Keon Cyrus, and I'm with Crazy Gordon Mall, and we'll see you soon.
Stay tuned.